All right. Most High bless. Most High bless. Brothers, sisters, y'all know why we going live tonight. The sister, Miss Lee, is experiencing something that we're not sure of, right? She's supposed to come on live with us. I don't know if someone threatened her. I don't know if she nervous. I'm not sure. We've been in contact with her to not to beat someone down, okay? As a community, we're supposed to reach out and try to help one another. And before we get into that topic, I'm gonna explain to you what I mean by that. My brother Yehuda and I have been looking at the past events that's been going on, actually throughout the year Israel, but this last incident with Sicarii at the nightclub, with women half dressed, and they saying, what is the sin and all this type of stuff. And everybody know how we feel about certain groups and who's Israel and so on and so forth. But brothers reached out to me, especially who, to say, you know what, man, we need to come together and try to mend wounds between Israel and people who believe in Christ. Maybe we should reach out to Guerrilla Hebrew and mend wounds between Israel and people who believe in Christ.
I'm hearing like a double. Like I'm hearing you double. I don't understand what's going on. I hear like
mend wounds between. Hey, but hey, Yehuda, I hear you in the background. I don't know if you. I hear the feedback. You got. Can you turn the speaker down or something? Mend wounds.
Okay. Hold on.
Hey, but hey, Yehuda. Yeah. So I don't know. We was gonna try to help them out, but then we saw the so-called apology video, and it was horrible. And then we got in touch with the sister, and we don't know what's going on right now. We're going to talk about certain things that we know without revealing everything. And sorry, man. Hopefully she would change her mind and decide to come on. You know, but Yehuda, I'll let you go ahead and speak because I do have some scriptures, and I'm sure you have some, and we'll go from there. We can't hear you, Yehuda, on mute. Go ahead.
I'm gonna have to log back on. I'm having some problems. I don't know what's going on. I got to log back on.
No, don't log back on. Don't log off because Sham not on. Because we having technical difficulty. I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me? Just take your phone. You keep muting yourself. Take yourself off mute and go ahead and speak.
Okay, what about now?
Just take your phone. You keep muting yourself. Loud and clear. And go ahead and speak.
Yeah, I'm off mute. What about now? Good? Okay.
Loud and clear.
All right. Yeah, I'm off mute. What about now?
No. I'll just go ahead and speak your mind, and I'll go ahead and say something.
Okay. Now I was saying I believe that somebody got in that girl's ear, man. Somebody called her, somebody threatened her, or something. I believe that's the reason why she decided at the last. And notice, we were just in contact with her about an hour ago, but all of a sudden, she decided not to come on. So something tells me that she was threatened by somebody, or somebody called her or texted her or something, and so she got afraid and decided not to come on. That's what I believe happened.
I don't know. I talked to the sister, and she basically told us everything about the situation with her children, her how she grew up, how she was raised, the traumatic things that she went through. I also had people call me that was going to be character witnesses for her. And people that I know, I didn't know that knew her. And they said she was a good person.
Right.
Unfortunately, she made, and she will admit to this, she was going to come on and admit to this, that she made bad choices in life with men. And she thought that by being in this knowledge, she would find someone who could protect her because she went through a lot of hell in her life.
Right.
Someone who could protect her.
Right.
And to get with a Israelite, she felt like, you know what, I'm safe, almost like a Black Power movement. I'd rather for her to speak for herself, the things that she had to go through. Did she make mistakes in her life? Yeah, because I wasn't gonna let her slide either. I talked to her and I told her, yes, she did make mistakes in her life. You know, she had other children out of wedlock like most people do.
Right.
You know, but from my understanding, she wasn't the type of woman that would do all that clapping in your face, this and the third. My thing is, if people seen the pictures and watched the video with Sicarii questioning the young man, and I hope the young man repent, and young man, old man, middle age, whatever, however he is, go get some help and get himself together so they can raise their child. It's not to beat them down, but something is going on, and it don't look pretty to me for her to counsel all of a sudden.
No, I'm telling you, bro, what happened? Somebody called her, somebody threatened her, something happened, trust me. Trust me, I'm telling you, that's what happened.
Sicarii or Gorilla Hebrew asked the brother, how did she get these marks around her neck?
Yeah.
And he said, oh, I grabbed around her neck. And he said, why? And he said he was holding her down. Now, they tried to make it seem like she was the aggressor. And this is why a lot of people took issue with it.
Right.
I don't know how they can even judge someone right after the incident at their so-called Passover. In the same video, you so-called not asking for forgiveness, just saying, you know what, we shouldn't have did it. But then in the same video, you condemning somebody else. And then you condemn the people who said, man, that was off of what y'all did, holding that Passover or your Passover in a place where women are half dressed.
Right.
And then you condemn the young woman, and the man said he held her down. I can squeeze myself right now. Ain't no bruise come on my neck.
Right.
Okay. This is the sister right here. So
she's calling you. She's calling you.
Okay, she's gonna come. She's gonna come on the live. We just sent you the link.
Yeah, I'll send it to her again.
So click on that link, and you're gonna be in the back chat. I'm gonna get in touch with my brother. So the other brother sent it to you that you was in contact with, Yehuda. Okay. When you clicked on it, do you see yourself looking at yourself on it? Okay.
Until I'm gonna send it one more time.
Okay. Hey, send it to her again, Yehuda.
I just sent it.
He said he just sent it, and you just follow directions. When it's going to guide you through, and then. Okay. You sent it to her phone, right, Yehuda?
Yeah.
Yehuda, text Sham real quick because I can't, and let him know the sister's about to come in the back room so he can bring her on.
I'm gonna call him. Hold on, I'm gonna call him. Yeah,
do that. Brothers and sisters that's on the live, please forgive us. My computer crashed. Yeah, Sham, you on? The sister should be coming on in a few seconds because she's gonna come on now.
All right, got you.
She should be coming in the back room. She said she don't see the link. She don't have anything on her phone.
Hey, Shashan, send it to her. I sent it to her. I don't know what's going on. Send it to her, Shashan.
Send Shashan the number. Huh? Send Shashan the number, and he's gonna send it to
her. Hold on a second.
The brother that's running the show, he's gonna
let me call Shashan. Hold on a second. Let me call Shashan real fast.
Okay. Again, brothers and sisters, please forgive us. So I do have the sister on the phone now, so she's trying to get on. All praise to the Most High. Like we said, this is not to beat anybody down, but to actually heal us as brothers and sisters. You know, but we shouldn't beat.
Hey, Shawshan, here's our number right now. I'm gonna text it to you, Shawshan. I don't want to give it to you live. I don't want to give it to you live. I'm gonna text it to you.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me mute my phone real quick.
I'm gonna post a link in the chat room again.
Okay, yeah, she said put it in the chat.
I'm about to do it now.
Hey, Qanath. Hey, Qanath.
Yeah, I was talking to her. I put my phone on mute.
Tell her to check her phone now. Check her phone.
She's checking now. She should be about to come on. Okay, right. No mic cam access. That doesn't matter. Just go ahead and click it. He's not going to let you come in the back room until you see yourself in the room. Okay, she's back in the room. You can bring on. Okay, so hang on. Okay, you can bring on. She should be on. Let's see.
Oh, there she go.
All right, hallelujah. Okay, so hey, can you mute that, please? So I'm gonna let the sister introduce herself. You know, let's get it. Let me give you a hand, sister. Let me give you a hand, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because
you did the right thing.
You did the right thing.
You can't be afraid. Trust me. After tonight, you're gonna see. You're gonna have a lot of support after tonight.
I appreciate you, brothers.
No doubt. So look, so you can introduce yourself, and what I want you to do is give us a background of yourself, and then we'll go forth from there. I keep leading you on, and then you tell your story. So you give us a background, who you are. You know, you don't have to give your everything about yourself, but give us a background about yourself and how old are you?
Oh, okay. I'm 32 years old. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I was married to my abuser, I guess you could say, for almost 3 years. So, it's hard to think of how to introduce myself on here.
No, that's fine. I got you through. So I just want everybody to know it's not to tear him down, but if you was abused, you was abused, because we're gonna get into some of the accusations or charges that he brought up against you about what you did to him. Okay, but let's do this first. How did you grow up in your life? How did you grow up? If you want to go to, how did you grow up? I mean, as far as like, you know, you have other siblings, or you know, how did you grow up in your life?
I grew up in a single parent household. My father was incarcerated when I was 3 years old for 20 years. So I didn't formulate really a relationship with him until I was in my 20s. My mother, I grew up with her and my sister, who was about 20 months younger than me. And it was rough. It was rough. I had a very rough childhood. I dealt with a lot of sexual assault by my mom's boyfriend. And, you know, it was really rough growing up because I was just, I was searching for love. I was searching for love in all the wrong places. So starting, in high school, I was just seeking validation and dating men that just weren't good for me, and kind of continue that into my adulthood. And I just got to a point now where I'm just like, with these men being held in such high esteem by the community, I just feel like, regardless of my shortcomings, which I'm able to admit to, that they need to be held accountable for what they've done and what they're continuing to do.
So let me ask you this, and we're going to get to that. Without mentioning names, right? You do have children by different men, correct?
Yes, that is correct. Yes.
And you had these children just like a lot of other women have children by other men. And a lot of Israelite women or men did not meet each other as virgins. Okay. So I don't want to beat her down for that.
I'm glad you brought it out, Qanath.
Right. So we don't want to beat her down for that. She make mistakes just like everybody else. Does this give her 100% excuse? No.
Exactly.
It's part of life and part of growing. Right. So she said that she was abused by her mother boyfriend. Are you in contact with your mother in any way?
No, I'm not. I for my own closure and my own growth in my walk, I did contact her in 2019, and she apologized for everything that had happened to me during my childhood. But as far as fostering any type of relationship with her, I don't have a relationship with her.
All right. And you don't have to answer this. What about your other children fathers? Do you have a relationship with them?
I do not.
Okay. All right. So we'll just leave that there. So this sounds like the typical minority life that we all seen or witness. So as coming into this knowledge, let me ask you this: have you ever been arrested, locked up, or any kind, as far as beating men up?
No, sir. I've never been to prison. I do not have a record at all.
So you have no record. All right, great. Have you finished school?
No, I did not finish school.
Okay, well that's fine. A lot of people haven't, but you have worked before, and are you working now?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great, good for you. All right, so you have not been to jail. You haven't been a man beater before, right?
No.
So now let's get down to it. All right. So like you said, you do have things that you have to answer for in your life, and the Most High is punishing you for the things you've done. And I think you can accept that, correct?
I can, yes.
Right, correct. So let's get to the other issue and see, could other people take their blame for it, right? Because we're doing this for healing tonight, right? We're doing this for healing. And I told her we're not going to go ahead and try to destroy him, but hopefully somebody can help him for his wrongdoing. And we're going to bring the proof for people trying to slander her, right? And a person who's supposed to be a head of an organization allowing it to happen in part of the slandering of this young lady. So how long you been into the knowledge, and how did you come into the knowledge knowing about Israelites?
I've been in the knowledge of the truth for 6 years. I came into the knowledge of the truth. I was in college at the time, and I was kind of like a student activist for Black rights. So in doing that, I did a lot of research projects, and I would host events in regards to like police brutality and things that were going on within the Black community. And so doing that, I would be on YouTube a lot. So I came across the Israelite videos, and, I watched a few, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm an Israelite. And, from that point forth, it was, I knew who I was and what was required of me.
So you was kind of intrigued about who you are as an Israelite. Would you say that you was intrigued by the brothers on the corner? Did you find them fascinating in their knowledge? And did you find this something that you want to be a part of or meet one of these men?
I think that when you first come into the truth as a woman, that you're naturally going to gravitate towards these men that are teaching because they have knowledge and, knowledge of the scriptures and things like that. So I did, have some conversations with like a couple brothers, friendships, where I would ask and inquire about certain scriptures and things like that. But as far as like relationships and things like that, I was very unsure in the beginning because I didn't know, what my role was and things like that.
Right. And you had children and so on and so forth. And I'm not trying to lead you. I just want everybody to understand, to get to know you, what type of person you are. Real quick, if you don't mind, let me ask this. Let's go back.
I just want to say that if there's any questions in the chat, I have no problem answering any questions, any accusations that have been made against me. I will speak out on. I don't have a problem admitting my faults on this platform. Like the brother said, this is not a smear campaign of my son's father or Sicarii in general. It's just the word of the day is accountability. Like you can deflect from the abuse and say that I'm this and this and that, but at the end of the day, the abuse happened. So that's what is most important to address, I feel like.
Exactly. And we're going to prove the abuse happened because we're going to show pictures and we're going to show text messages. Right. And we're going to, if Yehuda, maybe he can end up showing some of the video with Sicarii is actually yelling after he just came back from twerking from after the Passover. Okay. So,
well, actually,
you did community work.
Actually, Sean Shan will have to show that. I can't.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. Oh, you know what? What I would do, I can show. I will show it. I know how to do it. I will show it from my other end of a phone.
All right.
But so you was doing work for the Black community. You found out you was an Israelite. So I know how it was. The spirit is rolling, right? So now you run across this guy. All right. You run across this guy that's an Israelite, right? And from my conversation with women, a lot of times they see these men, like say, with the knowledge, they feel like they could be a protector. So when you ran into this brother, what was your attraction to him?
My attraction to the brother was he was really funny and I love to laugh. So that was one of the things that kind of drew me in with him, was that he had like a really great sense of humor. And he was very knowledgeable in the scriptures. Like, he was already an officer when I met him. So I'm like, wow, this brother, he's proved himself to this congregation as far as his wisdom and his knowledge. So, that was my initial attraction to him.
Great. And let me say something why, because I like to teach too, as I do interviews. Only person could be an officer is the one the Most High sets you up as an officer, right? Or chief priest. He the one gives away titles. Men don't give away titles, even because a lot of times you give away titles, they give you authority over other people, and you feel like you got to be submissive under them. So, and Yehuda, I'll let you jump in real quick, but I have a question real quick. I'm leading up to something real quick.
I have a question real quick. This brother, right? This brother, is he a Caribbean? Is he from America? Where is he from?
He is from the Bahamas.
Nassau. Okay, and there's a reason why I asked that too. So I grew up in New York City, and I grew up a lot of Caribbeans, and we'll talk about it. Trust me.
Right, and it's not the slander, but it is what it is. So I don't want to lose my chain of thoughts, because since I'm letting you get the story out, I'm just still trying to get people to know who you are mentally, right? And that's very important, because she said also this is not to slander, right? Because we don't want our community looking bad right now, and right now it looks pretty bad. But we all have to be held accountable. The Most High says he's going to start with us first, right? Start with us first, because a lot of people got fancy titles and they don't deserve these titles. So he was an officer. You felt like he earned this through other men, and whoever gave them the title to promote him, we don't know. So now you met him and you can move forward. Go ahead.
when I met him, we met through Facebook. At the time, I was living with brother Masha, who is a brother in Sicarii, Phoenix. And the biggest thing with the brother that I was with is when I would call him and I would be upset, crying and stuff like that about things that were going on within the household. And he was like, well, I don't want you to go through that. You can come here, come stay with me. So I thought about that for like a good few weeks. And then I finally was like, you know what, let me just get out of this situation. And that's when I moved to California in December of 2018.
Okay. Now look, we're gonna get to it because hold on, we're gonna get to it because I see Sicarii members in here.
I see this. I want to address this Jan Issachar.
Yeah.
Talking about Sicarii house they helped her, and she was brought into the houses of their homes, and she also took advantage of them. So they give them permission to attack a woman. Beat up a woman.
Let me say this. Man, get the hell I want the sister. We're gonna let the sister answer that because this person here is up to her.
I know who that sister is, and honestly, brothers, like, I'm not mad at the majority of people that are seeing me in a bad light because they don't know the full story, and that's exactly why I'm on here, to tell the full story, because I have nothing to hide now. All of my stuff has been spilled out. So I'm just going to tell the truth about everything. So. All
right. So I'm going to let you go. Hey, sister, I'm going to let you go ahead and tell your truth and let the people decide. And then we're going to deal with the people that's making negative comments, right?
In fact, encourage that brother to go over there and beat up Jan Issachar. Let's see if she taught that shit tomorrow or next week.
Right.
Yeah, let's go and choke her and beat her up.
The fact of the matter is that Sicarii took the opportunity to make me out to be the scapegoat for their Passover stuff. They were like, "Oh, this is a great way to deflect from the Sicarii stuff. Let's blast her. Let's make the conversation about her and her kids and everything else instead of looking at the fact that I was abused." Like, for another Israelite sister to be like, they helped you and they let you in their home and they this and this. Like, okay, so does that justify the fact that I was in an abusive relationship? Like, I'm not sure what.
Hey, sister, let me say this. I don't want, and Yehuda, I'm gonna tell you this. Let's not let the devil get us sidetracked. We're doing pretty good. And we're gonna address that person that said that, right? And like I said, you know her, and you're welcome to come on this live. Here's the thing. One thing about if you were so in order, you wouldn't be on this platform talking if you got a husband, right? How about that? So Sicarii is out of order once again. So sister, let's get to, you met him, right? Mm-hmm. And you met him, and what happened? Let's go. Tell it.
So initially when I moved in with the brother, he was living in a 1-bedroom apartment. All he had in there was like some couches, an air mattress, and he didn't even have like dishes or anything. Like I moved in there and it was like a bachelor pad in its entirety. Once I met him and was around him and stuff, I started seeing that he was like very mean spirited. You know what I mean? Like when he would say something to me, he would just say it in a very condescending, mean way. And I would cry. Like before I would speak up and say anything, like I would cry. And, he would tell me that I was weak. He would tell me that, what are you crying for? Stop being a bitch, like, stuff like that. So
no, hold on, sister. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Say it, right? Stop being a what? A bitch?
Yes.
Okay, let's see it. Let's go. Come
on. So in the beginning, like I said, it was mostly verbal abuse in the beginning, and emotional abuse and financial, because in Sicarii they teach that a woman has to give her man all of her money. And
I believe that. I believe that.
Okay.
I believe it.
So if I asked for some money, it was like a big issue. Like, oh, well, what do you need? What do you need the money for? Even if it was like for the Kingdom Tassels business that I was doing, If I would ask for money for materials or something, he would say, well, you know, you figure it out. You know what I mean? Like there was no give and take with that. But the physical abuse started when I was pregnant with our son. So,
So wait a minute. Hold on. So you're about to go into the physical abuse when you was with child?
yes.
So I want the person, Issachar, and all the people who say they doing the work of the Lord, okay? They doing God's work, right? And this person who has a position in Sicarii, right, has abused or physically touched a pregnant woman, right? And we're going to show the wounds pregnant. And most likely people who say, well, what did you say to provoke him? Or sister, sometimes you got to stay in your place. You know why? People that speak like that are abusers themselves.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. They are abusers themselves. Oh, you drove me to it. You know, you brought this out of me, right? Smack, smack, smack. I'm sorry, baby. I won't do it no more. Boo hoo hoo. So I hope this is none of the stuff you about to tell us. You understand? But so yeah, you was pregnant, right? How long you was pregnant when the abuse started?
I would say I was probably about 4 months when it started.
4 months.
4 months.
Answer this Lex. 4 months. Okay. I can barely hear you now.
Sorry, brother.
The first incident, you say 4 months. What happened for him to put his hands on you about 4 months?
I had asked him to go to the store and grab me some things that I could keep down because during my pregnancy up until about 6 months, I had severe nausea. Like I couldn't keep anything down. And I had a few things that I was like kind of craving. So I had asked him to go to the store and grab me some things. And when he came back, he didn't have the right stuff. So I was just like crying, you know, I'm pregnant, I'm hungry. And I was just like, you know, why you didn't get the right stuff? And he was like, you're so fucking ungrateful. Stop being a bitch. Like, go, if you want to get the stuff yourself, you can go to the store and get it yourself. And I was just like, wow, like, it's not even that serious. So I'm sitting on the floor. He's sitting on the bed, and he throws a roll of duct tape at my head. And that was like the first abusive incident.
Okay, roll of duct tape. Okay, go ahead, continue. Second
So when I was 6 months pregnant, he was talking to, I had seen something on his Instagram. He was talking to a sister that was in a courtship with another brother in Sicarii. And when I brought it to his attention, like, why are you, you know, talking to somebody that's betrothed to another brother that you know, it turned into an argument. Like, well, you don't get to tell me who I can and can't talk to. You don't get to tell me what I can and cannot do. I'm the Lord over you. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And it just escalated into this physical altercation that my 2 children did witness. They did witness it. My son was crying and asking if I was okay. And, Bazak was like, go back in the room, like not letting them, intervene because they saw that I was, being choked and stuff. It's a lot to talk about. It's a lot. Because I feel like the community already got this, idea of me, and that's neither here nor there. But, the stuff that I endured and dealt with was not okay. I was not being restrained when he choked me or when he bit me. It was literally.
Let me say this real quick, sister. That's fine.
Yeah.
I want the listener audience, right? We got to draw a picture here, right? And I want all the men on this line look, listen, right? Because we're going to show these pictures. She said choke and bit. Now, when I heard the reasoning was, if somebody grabbed you by the nut, right? You deserve death according to the scripture. So now Sicarii is saying, if a woman grabbed a man by the private, she deserves death. Okay, in our captivity.
Which is comical to me.
Second, I'm a man, and every man that's listening, if any woman was to grab your testicle, we all know you can't do anything, let alone fight somebody, because you'll be afraid that she might capitate, take it off. So,
Exactly.
so to bite somebody, you don't have no power at all to do anything when somebody have you by the jewel. Okay?
Hey, you know how you know that's a lie too? Now, come on, brothers. Have any of you accidentally been hit in the testicles? You know how painful that is? Now, if a woman was to grab your testicles, ain't no way in hell you can have no strength to bite nobody. So you know that's a damn lie, bro. That's a lie.
And let's I want everybody to use their imagination, right? And I know, oh, there you taking up for the woman. Wait a minute. I would talk against any woman that's acting out of character, right? Point blank period. Everybody seeing me do it. But now if you grabbing a woman by the neck and say you're doing that to restrain her and enough to leave bruises on her neck, right? Fingerprints on her neck, right? You want to train somebody holding by their hands or their wrists, not their neck. But sister, let's get to it. Let's go into some more before we put these pictures up.
There was another incident where he had slapped me, like I'm talking about, like pulled his hand back and open face palm slapped me in my face till I was dazed. I think that was just something that we had a disagreement about, something to do with the kids, and he had got angry and just smacked me, and that I had got like a little scratch under my chin, from that situation, from his nail, because his nails be long. I used to cut them, and his toenails, so I know his nails get long. So he left a little scratch under my chin and at that incident.
Now, Shasham, hey Yehuda, send these pictures to Shasham. And Shasham, if you can hear
Actually,
me.
I sent them to him already.
Okay, Shasham, if you listening, or Yehuda, text him, and so he can put these pictures up. And let me say this before you say anything else, sister. This sister done anything that's wrong, then let the authorities deal with her. Okay? No one should be putting their hands on her. If they saying she's a bad mother, then let the authorities deal with her. No one should be putting their hands on her.
Listen, bro. No real man. Now, if you're a little boy, yes. No real man put his hands on no woman. Period. I don't give a shit who you are. I don't want to hear it, man.
No, dude.
I also wanted to add, we had a council with Chief when the brother put his hands on me while I was pregnant, and I had told him, like, I don't want to do a council with Chief because I knew
Hold on, wait a minute. I can't. You cannot call this guy a chief on our platform.
Oh yeah, you did. Okay, Alazar.
No, he ain't no damn chief.
There is no. That's why certain people shouldn't teach. No man on this planet is a chief priest, and I'm gonna tell you why. The priesthood was done away with. Most High destroyed the temple.
Yep.
All right. So
and
these guys.
And on top of that, according to the law of Moses, both parents have to be Levites. So he ain't no damn priest.
Right. So I'm gonna let you finish your story, and then I'm gonna go into, because this guy said something about what did we do wrong by going to clubs. Like you said, they're trying to divert and say something. This sister been beat the shit out of, and now they want to divert and put everything on her. And then they say you ain't gonna hear nothing else from us no more, Sicarii, for a while. And damn, they ain't come out with a video today, right? So, but yeah, go ahead, sister. Hey, Yehuda, call Sam and let's see if we can put these pictures up.
I text him, or I just text him.
All right, go ahead, sister.
Yeah.
So
I'll call him again. Let me try. I'll try. Hold on.
Go ahead, sister. Sister, are you there?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So when the incident happened when I was pregnant, Bazak was like, well, we can have a council about it or whatever. And I kind of knew in my head, like, I'm pretty sure, Chief has had issues with, or not Chief, Alazar, sorry, has had issues with domestic violence as well. So I wasn't really interested in going onto a council with him because I kind of knew he was going to absolve Bazak of his responsibilities in the situation. And I was right, because we ended up having a council. You know what Alazar asked me in that council? He said, what did you do that make him do that? And then when he was chastising Bazak, he was just like, yeah, you can't be doing that. But y'all gonna be all right. You having a baby. Y'all good. Y'all gonna be good.
What did you do to make him do that?
Nothing.
That's what he said to you?
Wait, what do you mean?
He said, what did he do to make you? I mean, what did he do? That's what he said?
No, he said, what did I do?
I'm sorry. Yeah, what did you do? Right.
What did I do to provoke
to
anger like
right.
that?
Hey, real quick, brother. Oracle, you keep saying, make her tell the truth. He's lying in all caps. Were you there?
What questions do you guys have in the comments? Because
I would like to know too. What question is it? Because real quick, you said, make her tell the truth. She's lying. I got to ask one question. Was anybody there when he bit her? Was anybody there when he choked her? Was anybody there? I just want to know, Oracle, was you there? Then Oracle said she tried to castrate him. Did you see her grab his private? Trust me, I'm a man. If a woman was to grab somebody private and get a good hold, you don't have to try. It is take one hard rip and they off.
Yep.
So it's no such thing as try. All right, but I'm sorry, sis. I'm looking at these comments and it's ridiculous. But go ahead.
Hey, Qanath, I spoke to Sham. He's at the party. He can't put up the images, but you make it do it on your phone. You make it show the people with your phone.
That's what I'm gonna do. So go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna show it. You send them to me. I get them, Yehuda.
All right.
Send them. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, sister. I'm gonna show these.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, after that council, nothing else was spoken of it. In regards to, Sicarii dealing with him for his actions. And, I just kind of felt defeated because when I first came to the truth, I was like, oh my gosh, I have all these brothers around me. Like I felt protected. I felt like, I have leadership. I have men that are going to, make sure that these type of things don't happen. And if they do, that the men responsible will be held accountable for it. And I just remember being very depressed around that time, because it was just like, okay, so he just gets away with it and nothing happens. Move on. Pray for me on stage. Okay. I don't know what happened, Brother Yehuda, but I cannot hear you anymore.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, now I was asking you, when the last time you spoke to this guy?
So the last time Bazak and I spoke, I would say probably the end of February.
Okay. And you guys have a good conversation then, or was it an argument or fight then, or?
When I had kicked him out February 5th, went through being sad and heartbroken and all that stuff. And then at the end of February, I was like, he had emailed me and he was like, I love you. I don't want you not be in my life. Like, let's work this out, that type of stuff, which he usually did whenever we would have issues. And me, that's the father of my youngest child. Like I'm in the truth. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can try to, salvage this relationship. When we met up, he had Benjamin with him that day because he had his visitation. So he brought Benjamin to my apartment. I was actually working at the time. I worked from home as a sales agent. And so, you know, we fed Benjamin together. We hung out with Benji, and then, you know, he had to go drop Benjamin off, and that was it. The conversation we had again was 2 days later on video chat, but it wasn't, you know, him going on live and saying that we had sex. We didn't have sex.
Now I have a question. This text message here, right? Do you see it?
Yes, sir.
The one he sent you?
Yes.
Now, when did he send this to you?
Was
it recently or a while ago?
That was after he smacked me in the face.
Okay.
Because we had the prior incident. He was apologizing for having done it again.
Now, I don't know if you folks can see this here, but I'm going to read it for you. He says, that's him in the gray speaking, right?
Yes.
Okay. He says, I'm in the car, and then I think this is you speaking. You say, I'm aware, I'm looking for my wallet, and then he come back and say, I was wrong for slapping you. So he admitted. He admits he been putting his hands on you, and I wasn't thinking, I was reacting. And then he says, you are right. I said I would never hit you again. Now he said he would never hit you again. That's what he says right here. I would never hit you again. So my question to you now, before he sent you this text here, when was the last time he put his hands on you?
It was probably a few weeks before.
And then after that, how many weeks after before he put his hands on you again? After this text message here?
Oh, it was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks. And then he put his hands on you again, and then he had a damn nerve to send you a message talking about I was wrong for slapping you, and I wasn't thinking and reacting, and you were right. I said I would never hit you again. Right. This is crazy, man.
Now hold on, Yehuda, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Now, Oracle and everybody that's listening, this is not like I said a slander. This is true.
This is crazy. You got people on the comment board. People on the comment board talking about what did she do? Yeah, I wish that was your daughter or your niece.
Well, the majority, 98% of the comment board is supporting her. It's only like two people, and I think they.
Well, they need to get blocked immediately.
Yeah, block them. The only person I would say don't block is Ishakar, because I would love for her to come on if the sister wanted to. But we're gonna continue. Yehuda, can you do me a favor and show the picture like you're doing on the phone?
Yeah, I did the other one, huh?
Because Oracle say, please tell the truth. Now Oracle say, part of the truth is
the truth is a grown ass man put his hands on a female who's the weaker vessel. According to scripture, the woman is the weaker vessel.
That's it. That's it.
Okay, the man is naturally stronger than a woman. A man should not be putting his filthy, nasty ass, black ass hands on nobody, especially a female who's the weaker vessel, by the way. The weaker vessel.
Exactly.
Ridiculous, man. What the hell is wrong with these people?
Right. So I mean, everybody that's saying that, man, hopefully one day your man don't beat the dog shit out of you. Right?
Or your daughter or niece.
Or first of all, can Qanath or Yehuda or Shasham come put their hand around your mammy or your grandmammy?
Thank you.
You will try to kill us. Man, so stop. So stop it. Let's see these pictures, man. Stop it. I don't care if this woman, listen, I don't care if this woman chased him, run, and then leave her black ass alone.
Exactly.
Leave her alone. And sister, I'm gonna tell you, if you did hit him, you were wrong. You was wrong. Right? Point blank, period. But just don't give him an excuse. Look at this, brothers and sisters. Do this look like a tap?
Let me blow it up a little bit.
Okay, blow it up. Does this look like a tap? Bring it up just a little bit. There we go. Right there. Does that look like a tap? Or is that a hickey on her arm? Oh, did she deserve that because her big ass mouth?
Oh yeah, she deserved it. She deserved it.
Like Sicarii, what did you do? What did you do? Show me. Let's see another one.
Hold on a second.
Now, I want the brother to get help because he needs to see his children and so on and so forth. They could get, I ain't saying men no wounds.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Every child needs a father. We don't want to see the brother get locked up, or we don't want to see none of that.
No, I don't want to see that. I hope they can work something out as far as a co-parent relationship. Now, that's on her neck.
Look at that, man.
So that's a restraint, or like he said, he snapped. I know I said I'll never do it again. I just reacted when I smacked you. And then I saw
But you know what, Qanath? When it
Brother.
comes to somebody abusing somebody, that's one of the number one excuses. I would never do it again. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, sister. I wanted to say something.
I just wanted to address the knife chasing scenario.
Yes,
that is not how it happened. I grabbed a knife from the strainer in the kitchen as he was strangling me over the counter, and I couldn't breathe. So whatever narrative
I'm sorry. He was strangling you over the counter.
Yes.
Damn.
Put that other picture back up you just saw.
Oh, hold on a second.
Put back up we just saw.
Wow.
Now you said tell her to tell the real truth. What the hell is that? Now the brother said this. He said, if anybody don't like it, then come whip my ass. I don't want nobody to touch that brother, man. Let's all pray for him, right? And this is working out our own thing in our own house. Let's pray for him. But look at that. Now, sister, how did that happen? What is that?
That's from him pinning me down on the ground. That's the same time he was restraining me on the ground is when he bit my arm.
Okay, now before we get to the arm bite, I gotta hit you with this because no respected person. What in the hell what made you stay there?
What made me what?
What made you stay?
What made me stay? This is the thing that I'm seeing this a lot in the comments, and I just want to address this. The police were never called because I loved him enough to not want to see him go to jail. I'm pregnant. You think I want to have 2 children and a newborn by myself?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I understand that because sometimes these cops, man, they get out of hand. They might come there and kill him. So yeah. I agree. I agree with that. Go ahead.
I forget what the other thing was that I wanted to address.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No,
go ahead.
It's okay. Trying to think.
No, I know you said he was restraining. Now you say restraining you. Why was he restraining you? And then, like I said, why did you stay?
I loved him. I did. I loved him. There was never any police report, and we lived in an area where the neighbors mind their business. People were having parties and stuff on the street and stuff like that. Nobody called the police on anybody. So, I didn't call the police on him. He never called the police on me. So there's not going to be any police record of any of this because I didn't tell anybody.
Right. And let me say this, right? Somebody say this woman's a manzer according to y'all. This is a woman. This is a woman, right? I don't care what nobody is. Nobody deserves to get hit point blank period. This is gonna show you don't.
We don't care what nationality
or anything.
All that's out the door. That's out the door. Okay. That's right. This is about a woman being beat up by a man.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. So let me ask you this, sister. All right. Now, this bite mark, right? Because they said you had him by the testicles, right? How did this mark come about? What made this man bite you? Did you have him by the groin?
No, he was on top of me.
And why was he on top of you? Where was this? Was this inside, outside? How does it take place?
At this point, the argument had escalated towards the door because I was trying to leave. Initially, I was trying to go to the bathroom, but he had blocked me from going there. And so I was trying to leave the apartment, and he had pushed me down, and he was just kind of straddling me. And when I was trying to get up, and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs and crying. I'm very surprised the police were not called at this point. But he just put his mouth down and bit the heck out of my arm. And I didn't even notice that it was like as big as it was until like probably about 30 minutes to an hour later, when I was looking at like my injuries and stuff in the bathroom. So.
Well, look, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I can never understand why women stay, but I witnessed this, not personally, but just seen it through other women telling me, and just seen it where I grew up, where men beat women, or I see women act the ass on men, but I seen men do this type of stuff, and I always thought, not always, but 90% of the time the women go back. So let's not act like this is not unheard of. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
It happens, right? For whatever reason, it happens. But that's why I want to open up how she grew up. She was abused by her mother boyfriend. She was in a previous relationship, right? She makes bad decisions. I think the sister's gonna agree to this. She makes bad decisions. But right now she made a good one, right? And this is for all women and men to stand up for any abuse right now, right? People that's doing the abusing, seek help. Seek help. We all have to seek help in this. This is not to slander, because slander means lie, and those lies is being told. Okay, the brother himself said, "I'm sorry for hitting you. I overreacted.
Mm-hmm.
For smacking you. I know I said I would never do it again." And the brother said, "If y'all don't like it, come see me on a live." So this is not kosher at all, and hopefully they can all counsel about this. I wouldn't advise sister counsel nobody at all. Just stay safe. You know, I don't want me personally. I don't want to see none of our brothers get locked up or anything. You know, some people say his ass need to go to jail. You know, it's pretty hard not to say he shouldn't, but you know what? He has a son. Nobody wants to see that son without a father, but raise that young boy right, right? And I would encourage you, sister, to take parenting classes.
I did.
Right, good.
I'm
Take
also
parenting.
I'm in therapy and counseling, and he's also been advised by CPS to do a batterers program. I know that he didn't want to say that on the live, but he's in therapy, and CPS has forced him to do a woman beaters class, because I've notified them about the abuse as well.
And now you also was talking about your son. I think you said been taken away or something like that. What's the situation?
Well, I don't know if she want to get into that, because
okay.
You know,
my and this is for everybody in the comments that's asking me questions about my children. I've been advised by my lawyer to not speak on that in detail. And if Bazak was smart, he would have, sought counsel on that as well and been smart in that matter, because there's a very gray area when it comes to presenting court documents on live for thousands of people to see, where it's not a matter of public record, and the juveniles in the case are not Bazak's children.
Right.
So
Got you.
Right. And let me say this, sister. If you feel your life in danger, you need to do what you need to do. Because, like, I just read a comment. We don't want to see like Joy Morgan and all that, because after this live or anything. So I would just advise you to open the eyes in the back of your head and be wise. And I know you laughing, but I'm pretty sure when he was choking your ass and biting you, that shit wasn't funny then.
no,
right?
not at all.
That's a rage where people don't have control of themselves. And anybody can snap. So I'm gonna pray that the brother get himself together so he can raise the child. But I will advise you, and let me say this too, Israel. Let me say this shit, right? Because I believe in certain doctrine, right? But that's my husband, sister. If you ain't got no damn marriage papers, then you're not married. Point blank, pretty sure to obey the law of the land. Now, I believe in the scriptures about certain things, about whatever, but nah, I'm against this, because this was going on right now. And I go there, it just came to me. You said this while you was pregnant. He was going out doing the work for the Lord.
Yeah, we had actually gotten to a disagreement about this as well. I was high risk pregnancy. At 11 weeks, they had found a blood clot in my leg, and I was rushed to the hospital, and I had to be on blood thinners for the duration of my pregnancy. The doctor advised me to not work, which I still kept working because, you know, at the time there was like a period during my pregnancy where he wasn't working, so I was working. And so, you know, it's just really crazy. Like I can't even fathom how any of this is justifiable, and it's rough for me to keep reliving it. And my abuser being justified and what he did to me.
All right, I know it's a nervous laugh. It's all right.
It's a lot.
Here's the thing, Israel. I want to give a shout out to Isaiah Israel. I want to give a shout out to what's that other guy named Yehuda?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, right? Oh, Sicarii this, Sicarii that. Well, how about this? How about have some sympathy for this young sister here, right? Like I said, she made bad decisions, but nobody deserved. Put them pictures back up, Yehuda. Nobody deserved this right here. Because if anybody say she deserved that, please walk butt naked in front of Mike Tyson with your hand behind your back and damn it hit you, right? Let somebody else put them same wounds right there on you, so you can just see how it feels, whether you deserve it or not. Just go through the pain. Show us the bite marks. Yeah, just let somebody just come do that to you, so you can just see the pain. And enough where you see that big bruise right there. Let's see the bite marks, Doc. Let's see that. Let's see the bite mark. Let somebody come bite you. That's the scratch marks on her neck, or the choke marks on her neck. Can I come choke you? Huh? Can I come choke you for no reason? I just want to let you feel the pain. Feel the pain with this shit. I don't care what nationality she is. That's a young woman who made bad decisions, but nobody deserves to get their ass whipped.
But we know why. We know why that brother Isaiah, what's his name, Yasha Allah. We know why he took Sicarii side right away, because they're all in cahoots. They're all in that fake ass government. So they, you know what I'm saying? You notice all them camps in that so-called government, they're all taken up for Sicarii.
So hold on. Princess Shemai, I can't say that last name, these Hebrew names. You said, I know, it's just, let me address this. I know her personally. She had no problem beating her daughter. Let me say this to you. Did you see it, ever witness it? And if you did see it, why didn't you call the authorities? Should she get her black ass locked up? Or her children go to CPS like they are right now? So let the courts handle it. Let the courts handle it. Or did you all in Sicarii sit back and watch her abuse her children and didn't say nothing?
And
and she don't even know the reason why.
I'll lightly address this.
Come on, we got kids. I got kids. We all got kids here. Come on, man.
Let her address it. Go ahead, sis.
I'll lightly touch on this. For everybody that's saying that I abused my kids or that I starved my kids, how is it that Bazak was in the same household and it was going on? He was gone 24/7. All those beautiful plates of food that everybody in Israel knows I used to post on Facebook. So I was feeding him, but I wasn't feeding my kids. That's what you're saying, right?
Right.
My kids were starving so bad that they had to go in the dumpster.
Exactly. Good point, sis. Exactly. Come on, stop.
Hey, you know what?
Y'all think we special ed or something?
Let me say something. And my brother, I gotta say this. My brother, he always gives good advice. And I just let you take this advice from my brother. This is my brother Taza Doc, the program, right? He said she needs to break on contract, and I agree. he needs to be locked up. Otherwise, he will continue. So that's something to think about.
This
And
is
that's
yeah,
and
and
that's why that's why she's coming out now, so everybody can be warned. But go ahead, sister.
that's something else. Like I could have him arrested. There's a 3-year statute of limitations on domestic violence assault cases in the state of California. If I wanted to, I could call the authorities right now and have him arrested. But I'm not going to do that. So everybody's painting me out as this villainous woman or whatever. Why is he not in jail? Why haven't I put him in jail then? At the end of the day, that's still the father of my child, but he's not going to be absolved of
Well,
taking
I would say this,
responsibility for this.
I would say this too, sister. It's plenty baby daddy that's locked up for murder of their spouse. This is not to be taken lightly. Sometimes you can't have a kind heart to save your life. Uh, like I said, I don't want to see him locked up. But if this man has continued to do this, and he's saying, I saw him one other night. He said, "Well, I love her." Well, you don't do this to somebody you love. I'll tell you right now. I love my wife. My wife for 20 years. I never cursed her. Never hit. I spanked my children on their ass more than once, and I left a bruise on their behind too.
Mm.
Right? So if people think spanking somebody on the head, and I got tired of my children before. I told them I put my oldest son out. Right?
Hey, Qanath, I have a question for the Matthew Menard on the comment board. How many times have you beat your girlfriend, Matthew? Or your wife? I know you beat somebody. Listen, I know. Sometime in your life, you put your hand on a woman. I know you did, Matthew. I know you did. Don't lie. Because only a nigga would come up here and say, try to justify her being beat by a man. So Matthew, leave a comment in the board and tell us how many times had you hit a woman? Don't lie.
Hey, Yehuda, King Pro, whatever he say, bro, make it make sense. You don't want to see him locked up, yet y'all rather post disturbing pictures. What's the end game? The end game, whatever the hell it is. I said I don't want to see him locked up. I don't want to see nobody murdered, killed, raped, robbed, anything. But if it's a crime being committed, then so fucking be it. All right.
I want to know how many times. I want to know how many times Matthew put his hands on a female through his life. I honestly believe he did it a few times, probably.
Susanna's right. Susanna's absolutely right. Susanna Grant. If I would have called the police and had him locked up, they would have been like, "Oh, she using the enemy to lock our black men up." Like, you can't win.
I'm sorry for cursing at your brother. Look, no disrespect. I know what you're saying. I'm just hyped up because this type of stuff been going on, not just in the Israelite community. Let's stop. This goes on in black communities, white communities. I don't care who you are. It goes on, right? And the reason why it continues to go on because this is why I started with the sister, how you was raised, a man not in the household. She just said her father stays incarcerated. How long have he locked up, sister?
22 years.
This is why the sister made bad choices. 22 years without a father, and then other men come around, right? Other men come around and molested her as a child, and guess what? She relived the same freaking cycle, had children, bringing other men around. I mean, this is just what's going on here, especially in our community. She repeated what she saw as a child, unawares.
Oh, Black Symphony just made a very good point. If Bazat saw me being abusive to my children, why would he get me pregnant? Ask yourself that.
Well, at the end of the day, anybody's welcome to come on. Please be respectable when you come on. I don't mind a little bit of, a little bit of hype, a little bit, but please respect the sister because whether you think she's right or wrong, until you actually set in her shoes, then you can't say, well, she deserves it. And if you do, can you please go outside and get somebody off the street to do the same thing to you, then come back and talk.
But you know what? You know what though, Qanath? What happened tonight? It showed me what happened tonight. A lot of people told themselves tonight. They exposed themselves tonight on the comment board. That's what happened. They exposed themselves and not even realizing it. It shows their personality, who they really are. Because if you come up here justifying putting your hands on a woman, it shows that you probably have done it in your lifetime.
At the end of the day, I don't believe in this. Is not right, and this goes to show that certain people who and I realize now. I was watching videos. People say, "Well, what you want to do? Shut down all Sicarii because of this?" You know, that's one person. You can't fault everybody in a group. That's understandable. I understand that. However, that don't mean that them people get a pass. And if people been taught there's nothing wrong with that,
right,
then they're going to do the same damn thing. This is why you got some people on here talking about, well, what about what she did? What about not mention anything about what happened to her?
Because Qanath, those same people, they have done it in the past. I'm telling you, they have put their hands on females in the past. I don't know how long in the past, maybe when they was in their teens, you know what I'm saying? But somehow, somewhere during their lifetime, they put their hands on a female. That's why they're justifying this.
Hey, Todd, if you want to come on, man, let me know you're trying to come on. I see I get Shashan to bring you on. At the end of the day, brothers and sisters, this needs to stop. And I can tell the sister got a good heart. And ain't none of you niggas perfect. Stop it.
Also,
see that. Go ahead, sis.
I begged him to get into therapy. I was already in therapy. He wasn't in therapy at this point in time. I begged him to get into therapy because we understand we're under the curses, right? We have generational trauma and, post-traumatic stress disorder from, everything that we've dealt with as a nation of people. But there comes a time when you have to try to do better. Those messages about my kids, they're old. I'm not absolving myself of that. I was wrong for saying those things, but I'm actively working on myself. I am not perfectly innocent. I am not perfect in this walk. I am striving daily, and I really tried to work my marriage out. But unfortunately, things are to this point. I hope he gets help.
Who married y'all, sister?
I'm sorry?
Who married y'all?
Who? Oh, nobody. We got married on an air mattress. That's how that happened.
So you had sex with an air mattress and got married.
Yes.
I'll just leave it at that. But I wouldn't advise you. You should just right now think about you and your children and get yourself.
Right.
That's what hey, Qanath, you can tell the brother, what's the name, Tazadak. I put the link in the room, but Shawshan probably have to put him in the I put the link in the room.
Ask Shawsham, text Shawsham and say, Qanath said, can he take 7 minutes? To come on for 7 minutes and brings people in, and if they act,
there you go, right there.
So I just look at this overall. It's just sad. It's just sad. Everybody want to give everybody passes. It's phenomenal. And if anybody here's a kicker. I want everybody to realize this. If anybody want to throw a stone at this system and they go on the street and teach, then you're a hypocrite. Right? If y'all saying, well, y'all judging, y'all doing this, then why are you on the streets teaching, judging people? Right? So, sister, fall back and read that book for yourself, okay? And pray to the Most High, right? Because a man is to protect. A man's supposed to protect his wife and his children. Okay? No man beat his woman and say they love her. I don't. And if any man say he beats his woman while he loves her, then he's a nut. Now, things can happen. I'm not saying nobody can't you know, do certain things, one time get mad, some, you know, but no, that with the pictures we just saw is not love. It's not love. And if any woman try to grab me by my testicles, I would never be with her again, ever, ever. And every man on this line know if you sit wrong, if you was to wash yourself too hard and pull the wrong way and hit your private, ain't no way in the hell somebody grabbing your nuts and you got the power to bite.
Nope. That's not, man. You be so much pain, man. Come on,
Right,
man.
right. Unless some little
Come on.
I mean, so
And nobody buying that, man.
maybe if you can't find it, maybe, you know, but other than that, nah, man. So, sister, I'm gonna let you go in a little bit more. I saw somebody named Tony want to come on. I don't know. We let Shawsham decide if we're gonna bring him on. I'm pretty sure he might be listening in, you know. But sister, I'm sorry this happened to you. And like I say, you don't have no role when you get the view, right? You have a role and get with him, that's your fault, right? You have a role with dealing with other men, that's your fault. And I'm gonna talk frank to you. Get your ass together.
Yes.
Start read the Bible and stop looking for the wrong damn men and stop looking to love the wrong place. Penis is not love.
That's right.
Ass is not love. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
So stop the bullshit.
That's
Don't be
right.
believing in what some man say. You know, do what you need to do to get yourself together.
Mm-hmm.
Work hard for your children. You understand me? Work and hey, Yehuda, I want you to get this verse for me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Get a Galatians real quick.
Okay, hold on. Let me grab my Bible. Hold on.
Right. This is a shout out to Sicarii, right? Because Sicarii kept on saying, "Hey, I go to the club all the time. What's wrong with going to the club?" Now, for all you clubbers, there's nothing having a little time where y'all doing something at the house. But all you with everybody, part of my language, just shaking ass and titties, right? This is for you. There's nothing wrong with having fun with your friends doing different certain things. But that place they was at they Passover was off. And I'm gonna prove it to you. Because he kept on saying, show it to me in the Bible. Well, guess what? We're gonna show it to you in the Bible. We're gonna show it to you in the King James Version and the King James and the Apocrypha. So while Yehuda getting his, I'm gonna read this right here. This is second Ezra. I'm sorry. This is the Apocrypha. Please ask us. And I'm gonna start chapter 9.
I'm ready after you. I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, I want you to get Galatians chapter 5 real quick. We're going to read 19 through 21. But before you do that, I'm going to get Sirach chapter 9, right? Mm-hmm. And here we go. It reads on this wise. I don't have my glass of a try. It says, give not, verse 2, Sirach chapter 9, verse 2, give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy sustenance. Meet not with a harlot, lest thou fall into her snares. Right? Verse 4. Use not much company of a woman that is a singer. Right? That means they got the gift of gab. That is a singer. Lest thou be taken with her precious attempts. Verse 5. Watch this, brothers and sisters. Verse 5. Gaze not on a maid. Right? Y'all saw the video. Camera all on the woman's ass, dropping it like it's hot. Gaze not on a maid, that thou fall not by those things that are precious in her. Give not thy soul unto a harlot, that thou lose not thy inheritance. Now, the reason why, in verse 7, look not round about thee in the streets of the city. A Sicarii, verse 7, watch this. Neither wander thou in the solitary places thereof. Meaning, don't go to the club. Don't wander to those solitary places where the hoes at. Okay? Now, give me Galatians chapter 5, read 19 through 21 for me.
Yeah, it says right here, now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, which is where lasciviousness, adultery, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies,
Go ahead.
and envies, murders, drunkenness, ravenings.
Stop. Raveling. Key word, brothers and sisters. I want everybody to watch that's watching this live. And I need to thank my brother who gave me the scripture. Look up the word, the definition of raveling. Now, what I want y'all to do, go to the Strong's Concordance. Look up G2970. If you got your Strong's up, if you can read it. But
No,
look up raveling.
I don't have it.
Look up your Strong's Concordance, G2970, and look what the word raveling means. It means partying. Right? Going out to them clubs. This is in the Bible. Look it up, Sicarii. Everybody on this live, look up raveling and see what the heck it means. Because he said, where's in the Bible I can't go party at the club? Look it up. So let's see, is he going to obey the scriptures, or is he going to lean on his own understanding? And like he do, he said, I'm going to do whatever I wanted to. I don't know this brother personally. I met him once, maybe twice. In fact, I met him, I think twice, maybe 3 times. And I call him brother because anybody want to serve the Father, you could be my brother spiritually, but not physically according to the flesh.
That's right.
However,
but come on, Qanath, I didn't mean to cut you off. Once you come into the so-called truth, you're not. Come on, man. Once you come into the so-called truth, this is ridiculous. And you're gonna tell me that just because it don't say in the Bible that I cannot go to the club, etc. But you're supposed to be a spiritual, so-called Levite
priest. Yeah. So did the Levites take everybody to see the women drop it like it was hot? Huh? Did the Levite priest tell the man or tell a woman, what did you do to deserve this? Huh? Did the Levite priest say, hey, go lay on the blow-up mattress and that's your wife? Supposed to be leader. And this is why this young sister's in the position she is in right now. Because you have other elders who are still sitting quiet and ain't saying a damn thing. I truly believe that a lot of people in this group have been paid agents. But I want everybody to stay strong, stay in the spirit, man. Keep reading your book, right? Acts chapter 5, verse 29 say we ought to obey God rather than men, sister. Obey the Most High. Obey the Most High. And a man that loves you will never put his hands on you. And if he truly loves you, he will go get help and continue to apologize and be a good father. And I hope that's what he does. And not try to seek vengeance or try to come back with a video talking whatever and say, you know what? The sister, I deserve this. I should not have put my hands on her. And guess what? I take this hit. This is my punishment for doing this. And guess what? I respect them brothers for openly chastising me in front of the whole nation without giving out his real name or anything, saying, brother, repent, do what you need to do to take care of yourself and co-parent with the young sister.
And just wanted to say, this is just to sisters in general, single sisters. Prove them, please. Do not marry the first man in your DMs. Don't marry him because he told you a couple scriptures. Don't marry him because he's out there teaching. Prove him. Make sure that he's right for you. Make sure he's going to love you, respect you, and treat you righteously according to the word of the Most High. Because I don't want anybody to go through this situation,
And you know what, too, Qanath, I would like to say this also to everybody listening. The scripture also tells us, right? You're not supposed to be following a young man. You're supposed to be following wise old men, not young men. Nobody should be following this Sicarii. This is a young man. Well, I mean, how old is this guy?
He's 36. He'll be 37 in May.
You see that? You're telling me you got all these dudes following this young guy who really got who really hasn't grown up, to be honest with you. Matured, you know what I'm saying? You should not be following a young man.
Hey, sister, you keep on saying the word chief, right? And I'm not going to read it, but I want you to write something down, right? So you can understand what a chief priest is, or a priest or a Levite is, right? And I want you to go read Leviticus 21st chapter, and you'll find out what a Levite priest is, or how you become a Levite priest, what a Levite priest is. Leviticus 21st chapter. A Levite has to marry another Levite woman. But that's another story. I'm gonna give you the last word, sister. Brothers and sisters, we just wanted to come on, man, and hopefully this don't have to be spoke of anymore. And sister, protect yourself and do whatever you need to do. When I kept saying I don't want to see brother go to jail, I don't. However, if you feel like you need to do what you need to do, do what you need to do. Because
Right.
a person that does that needs help. Point blank period. And brother, I'm gonna pray that you get that help. I really do. And I'm afraid that Sicarii and all his minions, when I say minions, it's a group of people, right? Help that brother and stop harassing this sister. Sister, they didn't put down her page, got a page flag, right? Talking about come on that channel. And after you already convicted her, here she's the one with the marks, but she's the aggressor.
Yeah, she's the aggressor. Exactly.
Great. But go ahead, sis, you get the last word. And Yehuda, call Shah Sam and cut the live off in about another 3 minutes. So we'll give you the last word. And to all my moderators, thank y'all. See y'all. Me and Yehuda most I will be on tomorrow. And we're going to go. Hey, sister, I want you to watch this class too. We're going to go on what is the Passover and should we celebrate it? And we're going to deal with other scriptures also. But go ahead, sis, we're going to give you last word.
Last word. I just want to thank you, brothers, for giving me the platform to speak and share my story. Anything that I've done, anything that I'm being blasted about, smeared, slandered, I've repented from. I'm dealing with myself, and the Most High is dealing with me. So the same way everybody's so quick to absolve Sicarii of their Passover shenanigans, I should be, forgiven. And I just hope that sisters out here prove a brother before they marry him. Brothers, prove that sister, because marriage is not easy. It's not easy. It requires a lot of sacrifice. It requires a lot of attentiveness and a lot of work. And if you're not ready, you're just not ready. And some people just aren't ready. But I love Lasharala. I appreciate you guys so much. And this is the last time I'm going to speak on this. I'm going to get rid of all my social media and focus on my children and my walk and my growth and healing from, this relationship.
And sister, stay celibate as long as you can. Get with a man, like you say, he's going to prove himself. So when I met my wife, I wouldn't even live with my wife for damn near a year. Okay? All right. So anybody want to try to jump in the bed with you real quick and check your feelings. You know what I mean? Check yourself. Don't get put up with the lovey-dovey type stuff. You old enough now to know this. That don't mean nothing. You check yourself. So F.O.P.E. will have their eyes on you, meaning that we want to see you walk straight and narrow. Follow Christ.
Right.
Follow Christ.
That's right.
Follow Christ, okay? Ha Mashayach Yahawashi, whatever you want to call him, follow Christ. And we're going to be judged like all of us going to be judged, but follow Christ. And just don't be with anybody. Raise your children, do the best you can be a great mom, a great woman, right? And stay strong and protect yourself at all times by any means. So with that, man, this is where you we're going to end it.
No, I'm good. Sham can end it. I'm good.
Yeah. So with that, man, this is F.O.P.E., man, for our people edification, man. And guess what? We love anybody who loves Christ, right? But there is an order in everything. We stand by that. We also stand by no woman. So with that, man, Most High bless all of y'all. Shalom, Sam.
Shalom.